have a huge supply issue in California in that we're not building, and I'm sure you've probably caught wind of this, we're not building anywhere near the number of homes that we need. And then on the supply of listing side, baby boomers aren't moving anymore. By 2025, the state of California will be majority renter. Our home ownership rate will be below 50%, and for many of the coastal cities and even the inland cities, we have below 50%. But when you look at our sales, it is a crisis. Our sales have been essentially flat for 9 years. You know, we have fewer transactions today than when we had 10 million more people living in California.
You know, it's greatly impacting just affordability across the board for everyone. So whether we're talking about, you know, teachers and health caregivers and all of these different things.
I mean, the job growth, especially around the big metropolitan areas, is as strong as it's been in a long time. You've got massive companies, right, that are growing. They're building more buildings, they're hiring more people. Those companies are taking up more space. Those employees then are needing places to live. There's people coming in to visit those companies, they're staying in hotels. It's lifted that market. From a value standpoint and from an investment standpoint, both of these two major markets, Northern California and Southern California, the fundamentals there have been very strong. And so if you have strong fundamentals and high barriers to entry, values end up going up.
We see California as this area of the highest talent. It's obviously getting to a breaking point though for some tenants. So we are seeing a lot of our Bay Area tenants looking to expand outside of California and making big initiatives.
Population is growing, but the people that we're losing are the middle class and the younger people. The reality is rich people can afford to live here, and they do live here, and we actually have a net inflow of the high income people into California. It's just the future is leaving, and I think that's kind of a long-term issue.
I think this is one of the hardest times to invest in real estate. I think prices are high, and we are in a later stage of a cycle. There is a ton of capital looking at assets, but it's not every asset has big pools of buyers behind them. So you really have to think about, as someone that buys and then sells, how you get out of these assets.
Home ownership is the #1 way that a middle class family earns wealth over their lifetime. But people that rent don't save money. You know, they don't save the money and reinvest it the way these models say. I think it's a real concern for society going forward. That's really the wake-up call for Californians. There's a lot of other nice places to live in the country where you can actually buy a home and raise a family, you know, and okay, the weather's not as great, but you know what? I'm gonna make it work.